hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
Yo, what's going on, G-Dot family? You already know, man, it's me. Back at it with your boy, Pluto. Pluto, I can't have you on my lap because last time you goddamn messed up the video, okay? I'm sorry. I'm gonna play with you after. Y'all already know we back with them late night reactions, and today we're reacting to Kodak Black versus the Feds. And, you know, Kodak Black went to jail a lot of times. I didn't know he went to jail this many goddamn times. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the video, man. Let's see what's going on. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new banging ass video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, WildBoyG-Dot, and Twitter, WildBoyG-Dot. Let's go ahead and get straight to the video, man.
Sometimes when niggas like be going through shit, like y'all be entertained by bullshit.
A bartender who alleges that Kodak Black attacked her inside of a nightclub.
Rapper Kodak Black from Pembroke Pines is under arrest again, this time on 7 felony counts.
Damn.
CBS 4's Peter Dench is live at the Broward.
Only on Local 10, South Florida rapper Kodak Black released from jail early this morning.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't wish jail on nobody unless you really deserve that shit. But how is this nigga out of jail, bro? The 7 felony charges, you got arrested by the feds, pardoned by Trump, went back to jail, all type of shit. How are you out right now? Who is your lawyer? I need to pay him. Who is your lawyer?
Its follow-up trial, popular South Florida rapper Kodak Black has been found guilty of violating his house arrest.
Also now to this, new details about the most recent arrest of rapper Kodak Black. He is now sitting in federal custody the same weekend.
All right, breaking overnight, rapper Kodak Black landing behind bars once again here in South Florida.
Kodak Black is his own worst enemy.
Calvin, it was around 2 o'clock in the morning today. Police say they found the rapper behind the wheel of a black Bentley and he was passed out. This is where he was found here. This is the 600 block of Northwest 47th Avenue in Plantation. And take a look at his newest mugshot. They also smelled pot and they smelled alcohol. And when they got him to come out of the SUV, the arrest report says they also noticed a white powder coming from his mouth.
I don't be what's going, because it's games like the politics, you don't know what's, you don't know who. It's like, is it some fucking Republican, Democratic shit? I don't know. Somebody might be a fan of this president.
I mean, sometimes y'all gotta just let a nigga get some grace, bro. Y'all be trying so quick to say somebody on crack, somebody on drugs, somebody doing this, somebody doing that. Get off his Johnson, bro. Give him a break. Maybe he just going through something, bro. Maybe he just needs some help and somebody to talk to, bro. Maybe he can't talk to nobody, so he just went on Instagram Live, bro. Y'all be so quick to say a nigga on drugs or a crackhead or something. Like, y'all some mean-ass people, bro, for real.
Hey, yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man. And your boy Kodak Black just seems to be a magnet for unfortunate run-ins with the law. Since his career started, it's like he been in cuffs more than he been in the booth, which is really a shame given that he's truly a talented and brilliant poet, in my opinion. No cap. He be talking that talk. Nevertheless, it's hard to ignore that a fall off is looming if things don't shape up for our boy Yak. After recently finding himself in cuffs with a list of new charges, once again, Kodak's future is in question. With the recent pictures and videos of the rapper sparking concern, it just ain't looking right. Are we witnessing the untimely fall off of our bro Kodak? Will he be able to bounce back? Just what does the future have in store for the super grip?
Oh my God, he always doing some shit, bro. Like I said, having a dog is like having a little ass kid, bro. Pluto, what the
Gremlin, we gonna find out. So without further ado, let's skip the play and get down to business.
Right.
Kodak bursted onto the scene like a hurricane straight
Let's put this shit in HD. Is this shit in HD? This shit is in HD. It's some bogus ass quality.
Out of Pompano Beach, Florida, born on June 11th, 1997. This kid wasn't just another face in the crowd. He grew up in Golden Acres, a public housing project where life was more about survival than it was actually living. This backdrop of struggle and hustle became the fuel for his life soundtrack, shaping his perspective and inevitably his music. From a young age, Kodak was spitting rhymes like it was his second nature. By the time he was 12, he was already joining a local rap group. Talk about an early bloomer, huh, man? His talent was undeniable, and he had the raw, unfiltered approach to his music that really hit home for a lot of folks. His debut mixtape, Project Baby, dropped in 2013, and let me tell you, it definitely lit a fuse for him, for sure. Fast forward to 2018, things started getting real. Kodak found himself in a whirlpool of legal issues that would make even a seasoned lawyer sweat. We're talking about charges that range from weapon possession to neglect.
A bartender who alleges that Kodak Black attacked her inside of a nightclub was under cross-examination. But I have to tell you, for a young man that has been in jail since the end of February and is facing possibly more jail time, he seemed extremely relaxed in this hearing.
It was like every time you heard his name, it wasn't just for a hot new track, but for some new headline that had you shaking your head thinking, Kodak, what you doing, man? In fact, in 2018, bruh found himself in a real-life drama that could rival any street tale. Imagine this, a live stream on Instagram gone rogue, showing folks nonchalantly juggling herb and a firearm near a child, as if they were auditioning for a crime comedy thriller. The plot thickened when the cops swooped in to Kodak's Florida pad, armed with a search warrant, and discovered more incriminating situations. At just 20, Kodak racked up 7 felony charges like he was trying to get some type of twisted record.
Charge as follows: grand theft, count 2, 3, possession of a firearm by convicted felon or ammo, 4, possession of cannabis, 5, child neglect without great bodily harm.
From child neglect to grand theft of a firearm, it was all.
I remember that live though. I ain't gonna lie, that shit, it'd be crazy, bro, because I'm not saying it's right. But if you go in a lot of black households, bro, a lot of similar shit is going on. And like I said, I'm not saying it's okay, but that kind of just would be going on. You feel me? It's just crazy that they saw that shit on Instagram Live, got a search warrant from Instagram Live, and went in his crib and did like, it should be crazy.
All in there. Meanwhile, his probation was hanging by a thread. His music career, with hits like Tunnel Vision, ironically mirrored his run-ins with the law. And let's not forget that very bad 2016 episode in South Carolina that allegedly involved intimate abuse. Kodak Black saw a turn in his legal journey when 3 charges from his January arrest were dropped after his lawyer, Bradford Cohen, successfully argued for a reduction. Kodak's history was already laden with legal issues after having 3 charges dismissed. He pled not guilty to the remaining charges from his January arrest. With his locks cut off, he faced the court with a renewed stance. Charges dropped included possession of a firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon, grand theft of a firearm, and neglect. After being in jail during the whole 2018 era, his 7-month stint ended and he was stepping out of the shadows of Broward County Jail. Blessed with good news, Kodak was plagued with the fact that he had to face another judge in regards to his South Carolina situation. Oddly enough, in 2021, he ended up accepting a plea deal and pled guilty to first-degree assault at the Florence County Courthouse. Back in 2019, though, the boy Yak got arrested once again in Niagara Falls for straps and illegal substances. Him and 3 others were detained by U.S. Border and Customs Protection before getting arrested by the police. He posted bail not long after that. A video showed him walking to a parking lot, apparently shielding his face with a fan of cash.
It's lit. Okay, Kodak! Kodak, is it true you had marijuana and guns in the car last night?
Yo,
Then on the following month in May, he was in cuffs again like clockwork after getting arrested at Rolling Loud, Miami on federal and state weapons charges, to which he would plead not guilty.
We know that investigators, they knew that Kodak Black would be performing here. So just before showtime, in a coordinated effort between the ATF, Miami-Dade Police, and the U.S. Marshal's Office, they moved in for that arrest.
That's some asshole shit. So you gonna try to catch a nigga up before he performs? That's what y'all got going on now? Like, y'all not even playing fair no more. Y'all some assholes, dog.
U.S. Magistrate Judge Edwin Torres granted your boy a release on $550,000 bond with house arrest. Unfortunately for himself, Kodak was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison after pleading guilty to another federal strap case back in August of 2019. He was also sentenced to 3 years of supervised release. As a part of Kodak's plea agreement, prosecutors said they would push for a lighter sentence because Kodak had been cooperative. He initially faced a maximum of 10 years after pleading guilty to 2 counts of knowingly making a false fictitious statement in connection with the acquisition of a firearm. Just when things was looking mad bleak for your boy Yak, the most random ish happened. Mr. Make America Great Again pardoned that man along with Lil Wayne, thus setting him free and back on the streets. This cemented Trump's ghetto pass and street cred for life though, on the real. Bradford Cohen, the attorney for both rappers, confirmed to Rolling Stone that both were granted clemency. President Trump and his administration have been tireless advocates on behalf of the African-American community, Cohen told Rolling Stone. These pardons are a perfect example of this administration following up on its reforms and commitments. However, while Kodak literally got a get-out-of-jail-free card, you know they say you never really appreciate what you ain't have to pay for. And our brother Kodak proved that statement to be correct, as he got in trouble once again in 2022. Later that year, he would get jammed up again for much more serious charges in South Florida. The charges were for trafficking oxys and possession of a controlled substance.
Troopers say they spotted a Dodge Durango near Northwest 31st Avenue and Cypress Creek Road in Fort Lauderdale. They say it appeared to have windows tinted darker than the legal limit. After pulling the rapper over, troopers say they smelled marijuana and eventually searched the car, FHP saying they found 31 oxycodone pills and over $70,000 in cash during the search. They also say that Kodak's license and tags were also expired. The rapper is charged with possession of controlled substance.
He was booked into jail in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and the Florida Highway Patrol said in a release that troopers pulled Kodak over because he was driving a purple SUV with window tints that appeared darker than the legal limit. They detected a herb smell and then searched the SUV and found a small clear bag with 31 white tablets and almost $75,000 in cash. The tablets were later identified as the oxy joints. The agency says record checks also revealed that Black's vehicle tag and driver's license were both expired. He a wild dude, man. You know what's crazy is that the thing that we love him for the most is also the same thing that keeps him in trouble. It's the fact that he don't care. Anyways, that last stint with the law got him put on house arrest, and according to documents, the magistrate judge, Jonathan Goodman, revoked Kodak Black's supervised release. Kodak appeared in court via teleconference and paid $250,000 personal surety bond. According to court papers under stipulations of his new house arrest, Yak had to stay in his house, where he was monitored electronically. He also had to undergo substance testing. Kodak was restricted to his home at all times except for reasons deemed medical, court appearances, attorney visits, or court-ordered obligations, employment 48 hours in advance notice to PTS to perform concerts and events, and other activities pre-approved by the supervising officer. No studio events were allowed unless approved via the court. Cohen has since argued that Kodak was prescribed the pills he was in possession of by a doctor in order to deal with the chronic pain from being shot.
Oh, this damn dog getting to the
earlier that year during a party in Los Angeles, and injuries from reportedly being assaulted by guards in prison in 2020. The trouble didn't stop there, however. He got caught up another time too. Yeah, I know what you be thinking, man. This fool must literally have a freedom phobia. No surprise that he got arrested on possession charges in Florida a couple days ago and was booked in Broward County on charges of powder possession, tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, and improperly parking or stopping a vehicle, according to jail records.
They also smelled pot and they smelled alcohol, and when they got him to come out of the SUV, the arrest report says they also noticed a white powder coming from his mouth. Police say the substance tested positive for cocaine, and they add he had around 4.1 grams of it in a baggie.
My man had a TGI Fridays sampler of charges. It's crazy. Fortunately for him, though, he was released that same day on $5,000 bond, according to NBC News. Supposedly, he was found sleeping in the driver's seat of his Bentley SUV, which was parked in the roadway. The officer allegedly noticed a strong odor of burnt herbs upon approaching the vehicle and opened the car door to find a cup that smelled of alcohol and paraphernalia in the center console. Black was asked to exit the vehicle, and when asked if he had weapons or anything illegal in his possession, he said he had some Mary Jane. The officer reportedly then noticed the white powder and noted in the report that there were suspicions that he was trying to discard of that substance. That sounds a little bit fluke to me, but I digress. NBC News reported that according to court documents, a white substance found at the scene tested positive for that and weighed in at 4.1 grams.
When they lock people up, they'll usually list because it's under that same category until they bring whatever it is. Because you know these days niggas is taking weird ass like.
You know, in a way, you gotta kind of feel bad and a little sympathy for bruh, because you can tell he really just can't get right. It's like he battling demons and they got a hold on him. However, you can only let that feeling grow but so much, because with as many chances and shots that this man got, you would think that he would be on his Meek Mill jail reform type of time and trying to lead by example. As of now, there is no update on what will come of this latest arrest and series of charges, but it's safe to say it ain't gonna be good. Kodak Black's downfall has largely been of his own making, though it would be fair to say that he seems to have a target on his back since he...
I ain't gonna lie, he do have a target on his back. From listening to all this though, Kodak just gotta move smarter. Like, first of all, he gotta move out of Florida. Yeah, I know Florida's home. I know Florida's where you know what I'm saying, you raised at and where you're used to doing everything at, but you gotta move out of Florida. Like, when Thug get released and Thug beat his case, free YSL, slap, he gotta move out of Atlanta. Like, niggas gotta move from their hometown, because your hometown police gonna be on your ass more than anything. Or anybody. You feel what I'm saying? You move to Texas, or you move to goddamn Cali. Well, I don't even say Cali. When you move to Texas, you be straight. You feel what I'm saying? Or like, just move smarter in Florida, bro. Get a driver or some shit. Like, you can't just be out here sicking and moving however you want to do it, bro. I hope that he gets the help he needs, because I hate to see this nigga in jail anymore, bro. He makes good ass music. I want to listen to the music. Please stop doing this crazy shit, Kodak.